So we'll create a YAML file and pass it to the kubectl, and kubectl will pass it to the API server, and API server for the figure to create a pod. So I will press Ctrl L. Ctrl L, what does Ctrl L do? It will clear the screen. Some people write clear and work will be done. There is a code. There is no shortcut to success, but I do have a little changes in it, that my no start with the K and OW. So there is a no shortcut to success. So let it be. So for creating a pod, so instead of writing whole ML, I will just use reference from Cube, and here is the link for the pod. In examination, you just use Ctrl F and do not scroll, because scrolling will eat you a lot of time. So just write YAML, and in 1 or 2 enter, you will find your appropriate YAML file or nearest place where you can copy the YAML file, and just write here via pod.yaml, and here you can paste your YAML file. So what are the things here in the YAML files? So first thing is API version. So what is the API version? So if I don't know about the API version, then kubectl API -version. So here you will find a lot of things. But if you don't find, if you don't know either, then just Ctrl L kubectl API resources. So you will find a lot of things also here. So name, short name, but I want only pod. So just use grep pod. So here, but still I don't know what is there. It is written. So what I will do, I will just grep, and instead of here grep, I'll write awk nr equal to 1, and then 2 pipe symbol, and then this pod, and I'll close the code. So what is the advantage of it? Will show the first line and your pod. Here you will see the pod name, short name, API version, and all these stuffs. So what is awk? Awk is a powerful command line tool, reading text line by line, and splitting lines into fields. So we'll learn this awk command, grep command, pipe symbol, and this forward slash symbol. But for now we'll stick to our topic. So API version is a v1. So I'll come back to here. That API version is v1. Kind is the resource, that is the pod. So P is capital and rest of the things is small. Metadata. Metadata is just for your information, and I can write many things here. If you don't know what things we can write, and so we can find it here also, and with the help of kubectl explain command. So kubectl explain pod. So here you will find that these are the fields, and if you write recursive, so all these stuffs, but there is a lot of stuff you don't know where, and you don't know because the scrolling is there and many things are there. So I'll just write kubectl explain instead of recursive. What I will do, I'll please write down this command awk, and this is the command you won't find except my videos. So I created it for my simplification, for myself only, but I find it is very useful. So, and here 2 spaces, and then a z, capital Z, and then forward slash, and then print code, and then you will find that only these lines will appear, rest of the things is gone. And if you want next step, just pod dot metadata, metadata. So these are the many things. If you want to scroll up or down, so you can shift and can page up and page down, so you can view your command line interface. So most of the time we don't know the easiest things, so if you watch my videos, you will find tiny things. So it might be boring for the pro, but for the beginner, it's good. So for the name, here name is mandatory. Rest of the things we can add up here. So I will press I and I will add labels. Labels. Here I will always do mistakes. That I will labels, right? So here app new, and then it is for our identification and for the filtering purpose also, and this won't change any behavior of your app. So in Hindi film there is one song, कभी तू चलिया लगता है कभी दीवाना लगता है, and then hero says तू जो चाहे समझे ये तुझ पे छोड़ा है. It's like that a label, यानी कोई किसी को कुछ उसको कोई कुछ बोलता है, कभी उसको ये वाला लगता है कभी वो वाला लगता है. So there can be many labels like hero equal to, let's say what with the label YouTube Neo. So there are two labels here, so there can be many labels. Okay, so metadata you can write many things, we already discussed this. So next thing is the spec section. So spec section where is the very much important part. Here you will find the container. Container could be a single container or a multi-containers. So in single container or multi-container you provide some information. That information is like the image. So where you can find the images. So you can find the images with common locations like a Docker Hub and JCR, ECR, ACR. Okay, so here is the container name is the Nginx and image is Nginx, and this is the tag. We don't use always a latest tag because backward compatibility issue. And here is the port section. So it is the port, means this app is listening on the container port number 80. So it is the Nginx app, so the port number is 80. It might be different, but app will listen on that port, whatever that mentioned there, or we figure out and write that port here. So now I will write here volume mount. Volume mounts and volume mounts, and what the name is Nginx info, and path is no issue. If you want to get it this now, just type whatever I am typing, www/html, and here below that this we write volumes. So the volume name is Nginx info. This name should be same. This volume mounts and volume name is same. So here we define empty dir, and okay. So we learn in detail, but for now it's okay. In container I want to mount var/www.html dir to empty dir inside the host. So wq, and now I want to create -f pod.yaml. So this is the error. So this is known as the schema validation. So who does the schema validation? That the API server. After the authentication and authorization, the schema validation done by the API server. So this is the mount path, unknown field, spec.containers. So I'll just vi pod.yaml. So container port, and here volume mount. What happened? I think I need to close this. Yes. Here mount path. So I'll wq and I'll create a pod. So Nginx pod is created. So I will get pods -o wide. So here you will get that our pod is in Nginx container creating stage. So I'll get pod, and now it's running. Here you will see the IP address. So I'll curl kgate pod -o wide. So this is the IP address. So I'll copy and curl and paste. So you will get welcome to Nginx. So if you want to log in into the pod, so kubectl kgate first kgate pod -o wide, and here you will see the name of the pod. So KEXEC pod, and the name of pod is Nginx. Sorry, name of pod Nginx, and here /bin/sh. Sorry, I forgot. Today I'm eating much of the thing. IT. So here you will log in into the pod. So actually we are logging into the pod means we are logging into the containers. So if one container is there, so you are directly do these things. But if you are multi-container, there you need to write a container name also. So I will just exit it and I'll write -c. But what is the container name? So I'll just get into the tab number 2, Control L and K describe pod Nginx. So here you will find, if you scroll up, just scroll up, and here is our describe command. So if you come to the container section, so below this containers, and this is the Nginx container. So you can write Nginx and you can log into that pod. If there are multi-container pod, then you should write the name of that container, whichever container you want to log in. So thank you so much for your love and support, and we'll meet in the next video. And there we can understand the multi-container pod, container, init container, and then onward we can proceed the exciting world of Kubernetes. Thank you so much.